Hey guys, Santa here. I brought some Pokemon cards today. This time, I brought a League Battle deck with Miraidon EX. Now, as you can see on the sticker, you can find these for 25 bucks pretty easily. I want to say they retail for 30, but you can find them on sale. And I just love products like these, a nice little pre-built deck. Anyone who's been following along knows that I am trying to build a few decks for me and my friends to play with. And these are a great place to start with just a handful of extra cards. You can upgrade these into a serious meta contender, especially this one. Now, pause. Poison, burn, acrylic markers, very cool. I've been doing a little bit of research on this deck to figure out kind of what makes it tick before I brought this opening to you guys. Let's check out the dice. These are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Those are so cool. That's such a fun color combination. Dropped one, throw that back up there. Get a cute little dice box. I love that these include a little dice box for you. I think that's very, very fun. Now, for any of you who play the trading card game online, here's a live code for you that will get you this deck in-game, where you can upgrade it yourself and play on the ladder. In the meantime, we're going to go through this. We're going to talk about what makes it tick, what makes it good. We're going to sleeve it up together. Today I've got some Ultra Pro Eclipse sleeves. Got them in white. I just really like these ones. Now, Regieleki VMAX. Okay, got an upside down sleeve. My bad. Now, your basic Pokemon's electric attacks do 30 more damage. Pretty cool. Max Thunder and Lightning. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack, so you can just swing for pretty big damage. That's fine. The Regieleki V, switching Bolt, which is a attack and swap, which is really nice. Prevents you from having to manual switch. Pay a retreat cost of 1. That'll do 30 damage. Lightning Wall, during your opponent's next turn, it takes 100 less damage. So that small amount of HP it's got at 200 isn't really that bad. You consider it's going to be taking reduced damage. Now, what really makes this deck tick is, of course, the Miraidon EX that they talk about. Tandem unit specifically. Once during your turn, you can search your deck for up to 2 basic lightning Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle. So you just get to load up your bench with powerful electric Pokemon just because you play the card. Now this deck comes with 2 copies of each Regieleki V, Regieleki V Max, and Miraidon EX. Now a lot of lists don't usually run the Regielekis anymore since Iron Hands EX came out, but it's still a worthwhile addition. They give you a bunch of energy cards. With this deck, what you want to do is use your... We'll get there when we get there. They give you a bunch of electric energy. Give you 4 Arven, I believe. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is absolutely crazy. This searches for an item card and a Pokemon tool card. Puts them into your hand and shuffles the deck. Super, super good. Just lets you toolbox many of your good items, like this guy that we'll get into next, the Electric Generator. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and attach up to 2 basic lightning energy cards to your benched Pokemon. You shuffle the rest back into your deck. So the objective is you play a bunch of energies so that when you get those electric generators into your hand, you can find energies within the deck. And don't believe you would end up playing something like Earthen Vessel, for instance, solely because you want your energies in the deck where you can go and grab them. Now, the next cards that they include are a few copies of Boss's Orders. This switches your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon, and you get to choose which one is switched, so it's a really nice way to just catch your opponent off guard and potentially knock out a Pokemon they were trying to set up for later. Now, they do give you 4 copies, which is very, very good. That's an incredibly strong card. They also give you Professor's Research. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. So another very, very powerful draw engine type card. Now, do bear in mind, you can only play 1 supporter per turn. You cannot play one during your first turn, unless the card itself specifically says so. There are a few that do. Now, one of the cards that makes Arven so good is Ultra Ball. So you can use Arven to search out an Ultra Ball straight from your deck, discard 2 cards from your hand to play Ultra Ball, search for any Pokemon you want. Now, super useful in this deck. You're going to be looking for your Miraidon EX a whole lot, since that's kind of your playmaker. That gets everything else rolling, gets everything started. They give you 4 Ultra Balls, which is very, very good. They also give you, I believe, 3 copies of Nest Ball. Searches your deck for a basic Pokemon and loads it straight to your bench. This is another great card to get Miraidon out onto your bench, so you can get things rolling. Now, they also give you 2 copies of Beach Court, which makes your retreat cost of basic Pokemon in play 1 less, which is very relevant for your Miraidon, who only has 1 retreat cost. Same with your Regieleki EV. So having Beach Court out just allows you to swap your Pokemon around however much you like, as well as this card, Switch. It's basically the same thing as Boss's Orders, but it works for your Pokemon. So you get to switch something from your bench to your active position, which is really nice. Because again, with Miraidon EX, he loads onto your bench, so then they're kind of stuck there unless you can get them out. So the ability to reduce your retreat cost with the Beach Court, and the ability to switch your own Pokemon with the Switch card, absolutely invaluable. You also get a Vitality Band ×2. Attacks the Pokemon this card is attached to do 10 more damage. Just a nice tool card that you can search with Arven. Stack a little bit extra damage on, as well as with your Regieleki. You get your electromagnetic sonar, which you put a trainer from your discard pile into your hand. Not that bad. Targeted bolt, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. It does 120 to one of your opponent's benched, which is very nice. You can move past things like Mimikyu your opponent can have stuck in the active position. You can smack their Pokemon they're trying to set up before they can. Now, you also get 2 Zeraora V, or not Zeraora V, regular Zeraora. With Battle Claw does 30. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution, it does 60. And a Mach Bolt swings for 80. Not the world's greatest card, but it is an electric basic Pokemon that we can bring out onto our bench with Miraidon EX. So it is still semi-worth it. Got Bidoof. Lovely draw engine type card. Not Bidoof, but its evolution line. As long as this Pokemon's on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks, which is very nice. Keeps him very safe on your bench. Again, they give you 2 copies. It's nice to keep him safe on the bench for when you evolve him into Bibarel, which once during your turn, you may draw cards till you have 5 cards in your hand. They do include 2 Bibarels, and you can use 2 Industrious Incisors abilities per turn, because it is a once per turn on that card. Now, they also include a Forest Sealstone, which is very great to pair with your Regieleki EV. It lets you use the Star Alchemy ability, which searches any card in your deck. Absolutely crazy. Searching any card in the deck is always good. They include a Leafy Camo Poncho as well. When your opponent plays a supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects of that card done to V-Star or V-Max this is attached to. Very good to just keep your Regieleki V and your Regieleki V-Maxes safe on your bench until you're ready to make some plays with them. I'll sleeve up these Lightning Energies as well, because again, they give you an absolute bunch of them. I want to say this deck comes with 15. This deck plays 15 basic energy cards. But this is a phenomenal product that I'm very fond of, because I always love things that can help people get into the game and kind of lower the barrier of entry. And at 25 bucks, this is a pretty great place to start. Even at 30, if you can find them at 30s, they're a good place to start, because again, this Miraidon EX is a good deck. Many people are playing it. It is winning regionals left and freaking right. So, if you got anyone that is trying to get into Pokemon and they keep asking you like, hey, what should I do? How can I build a deck? Where should I go? There's plenty of League Battle decks available like this. We've also opened a Gardevoir EX, which is a very good deck in the modern format as well. And it also comes in a Charizard EX League Battle deck that we have opened. You can find Palkia. There's a Mew one that exists. Both of those are V decks, however, so it is worth noting that they will cycle out when rotation happens. But this guy is pretty safe. I mean, the Vs are going to leave And we won't need the Forest Seal or the Leafy Camo Poncho. Won't be able to play with Barrel anymore. But this deck thrives on throwing powerful basic electric Pokemon onto the field as soon as you can. And switching them to the active, loading them up with electric energy using your electric generator, and smacking for big damage. This thing is super, super, super fun. And gosh, the artworks here are super, super good too. Love that Regieleki VMAX. But this is the Miraidon EX League Battle deck, and honestly, I think this is going to be one of the best decks going forward. So, if you're looking for a good place to start in the TCG, I'd look around. I really like this though. All right. If you guys are still here, you definitely like Pokemon. Like the video, sub if you want to see more. We open Pokemon cards all the freaking time. They're not always decks, but sometimes they are. In the meantime, I've been Sana. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.